Hello and welcome to my channel or my website, depending on where you're watching this video from. My name is Jaeger with Jaeger Anderson Photography, and today I'm going to be talking about why you might consider hiring me to photograph your wedding. So my objective with making this video is not to convince you to hire me to photograph your wedding. Instead, my objective is to offer up some questions and perhaps answer those questions and also give you a little insight into my approach and how I photograph a wedding. So if you're in the process of shopping around for a wedding photographer, there are a few things that I would recommend for you to consider. Weddings have the reputation and the propensity to be very expensive, unfortunately. And so it's important to find a photographer whose work you like, as well as to see whether or not they fit within your wedding budget. The second thing you'll want to consider when shopping around for a photographer is, do you like their style? Right now, the trend is sort of to do very dark and moody and sort of crushed blacks and orange skin tones. A few years back, it was all about light and airy photos. If you're looking for a photographer who photographs in that style where the colors are very saturated, where it has sort of a fall look and the skin is really orange, you're going to find plenty of options out there. However, I don't think I would be the best option for you. My style of photography is to try to keep things as natural and as realistic as possible. Yes, the colors are vibrant. Yes, I will edit my photos. Yes, there will be dynamism and dramatic lighting in certain photos. However, for the most part, I'm trying to capture something that is realistic and representative of what I actually saw on the wedding day. So another thing to consider when hiring a wedding photographer is what their shooting style is. Now, we talked a little bit about what a photographer's editing style is, but now let's talk a little bit about how they will go about shooting or photographing your wedding day. For many people, this can be hard to determine, and so it's important that when you have those initial conversations that you ask what their style is. A lot of wedding photographers like to allocate a lot of time to posing their clients and getting these sort of elegant, classy shots. They might bring in additional equipment such as external lights and strobes, or an assistant or an additional photographer, so that they can get these really dramatic and sort of staged photographs. So I'm going to come forward and say, that's not really my style. For me, my approach is to sort of observe and see what happens and develops, pun intended, and to capture those tiny little moments organically so as I'm not to disturb what's actually happening throughout the wedding day. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't take time to pose my clients before and after the wedding. It just means I might speed it up a little faster. I will take less time. I may or may not use external lights. It'll be a less production and more about authentic moments. Now, the last point I would like to bring up is, do you like your photographer? Now, you might be thinking, well, does it really matter? This is sort of a business transaction between me and a photographer. I want them to take photos. I want the photos to be good. I don't really care whether or not I like them. For me, it's important to have a nice, kind, cordial relationship with my clients because I find it makes for much better photographs in the long run. If I'm able to connect on an emotional level, both with my clients and also with other people who are, say, in the party or who are just attending as guests, then I know that the photos are going to be that much better because I'm going to be able to get them to feel comfortable when they have a camera pointed at them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and at the very least, I hope you learned something about me and my approach to wedding photography. Please consider liking and subscribing if you found it helpful, and if you're interested in hiring me to photograph your wedding, I am based in Rochester, New York, and I do travel all over the country to photograph weddings, so reach out via the links in the description. I will see you at the next one.